Coffee with the Kayes. This is season 6, episode 3. Be sure to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. This was a good episode this time.
I think it was fun. It was eclectic. We talked about a new coffee, Mrs. Jones cold brew. You'll learn about that.
We talked about songs from our childhood, from all of our childhood, and how that takes us back to times and good memories. We also talked about artists, concurrent artists, how they write their songs, and the difference between formula songs and having a brand, having a signature sound. That was an interesting conversation. And we talked a little bit of football at the end. So it was a good show. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and join us for this episode of Coffee with the Kayes. All right, welcome to Coffee with the Kayes. This is season 6, episode 3. We are the Kayes, and we have coffee. Welcome.
Welcome. Right. Coffee. Yummy, yummy.
Clink, clink, clink.
I have cream in mine. Just my special Sunday treat.
There we go. And today's coffee is...
iced coffee.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Yes, and I'll tell you, we definitely got a thing going on.
This is Mrs.
so
Jones
yummy.
cold brew, and I sure hope Mrs. Jones sees this because we love you, Mrs. Jones. This has been like the newest summer treat. So I gotta back up. Okay, so
back up, Josh.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
So this is what happened. I decided that over the summer, and I did this last year. There's a lot of new coffee places that have popped up all around town, and especially in Cantonment and stuff. And so I wanted to go try it. Now, Mrs. Jones is not new. She's been around for a long time. But she had this. She had I think it was like a cart, like at
coffee cart.
Yeah, at the Halifax Market.
Yes.
And so that's when I first saw her, and I think I've tried it before, but it was a long time ago. So she's got her own shop, actual, brick and mortar store now. Yeah, with a bookstore in it.
It's really, very charming.
It's really good. Yeah. So
nice.
We decided we're making our rounds, going to these different places. We're going to try it, and they had to kind of teach us how it works, how to order and stuff, but basically it's this cold brew concentrate, as she calls the coffee elixir. Okay.
Yes. No sugar.
Sugar free, yes, because she just uses extracts.
So how much of that goes into a glass of coffee?
It's basically it's up to you, but it's 3 ounces of this for 16 on 4 ounces for 20. So if you were doing 20 ounces total, then it's 4 ounces of that. If you're doing 16
4 ounces
total,
then ice, then water.
That's 3 ounces.
And so we went, and then we got different ones so we could taste it and liked it. Then we went again, and it's very refreshing for the summer. It's been delicious. So Josh bought one, and this one is the Bushwhacker.
She calls it the Brew Whacker.
The Brew Whacker. Because in Pensacola is known for a drink called the Bushwhacker. If people don't know, you get it at the beach. Mm-hmm. It's loaded with stuff and sugar, a lot of sugar. This has no sugar. And it has a similar taste, I suppose.
More than similar. It tastes
chocolate, rum, vanilla.
Flavors.
Those are your flavors.
So I had it black before I wanted to try it with a little cream, which is a delicious summer treat. And they had the other flavor that I loved was the is it the Juan de Galvez or just called de Galvez? Oh, it was not as like a sweet taste, but it was, what were the things?
Spice, rum, and orange.
Oh, it was just great.
Good combination.
It was a good combination.
It was just a party in your mouth.
Well,
I loved
you
it.
wouldn't expect like that combination. You're not really sure what to expect, but yeah, it was very tasty, and it definitely, it's coffee, so you still get the coffee flavor, but having that little bit of orange in there.
And then I've had 2. I like coconut flavor. The flavor of coconut.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of coconut coffee and that kind of thing. Any kind of nut coffee I like. This one she had was like a rum coconut, and then the other was German chocolate cake, which had a coconut.
Oh, there you go.
To it.
Yeah.
So yummy.
Well,
Mrs. Jones.
She's got seasonal flavors, and she rotates them out, and I think they said in August there's going to be
new ones, and you can order them online. She said you can order these online. So Mrs. Jones, keep it in mind. Recommended by Coffee with the Kayes.
Yes.
So let me read you a little fact factoid about coffee. Now, I don't know. I don't really know if this is true. You could do your little fact check on it. But this says coffee was so important in Turkish culture that under 15th century law, a woman had the freedom to divorce her husband if he did not provide her with enough coffee.
Oh my God. I'm good.
Yeah.
You're good.
That's funny.
Yeah, he is very good. I always have enough coffee.
I've heard that before.
I never heard that.
I've heard
first
that
time.
before. Yeah.
That is,
One of these podcasts, I want to do this. I want to make you guys the Turkish coffee because I have the e-brick. It's this small copper pot with this really long handle, you know, and I don't have the, you know, they have like the heated sand, you know, that a lot.
I was going to say, do we have to sit outside and do a deep squat?
I know,
and
right?
It over the fire?
We don't really have that. I can do it on the stove, you know, but yeah, the water and the grounds are all in it, all brewed inside. You don't filter it. So when you put it together, a lot of times it's very, very fine, like finer than espresso when you grind it.
Okay.
And then you put that into the pot and you add the water, and there's this, you kind of put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. You kind of go back a couple of times, and then, you know, once it kind of settles down, then you pour it right into the cup and you just drink it right like that. But because it's so finely ground, you know, even if you have grounds in it, it's not like you have a mouthful of soot. You know, it's
I don't know.
It's
It
just
doesn't sound
very,
good.
very dark.
Like,
It's good. No, it's good.
Okay.
It's very, very
You had
dark.
us drinking Weasel crap. Now we're going to fill our mouth
Not
with
technically, okay? Come on. And you said it was
yes,
good.
It
so.
was. It was absolutely delicious, and that it's hard because we've done a lot of episodes now. What is this? What year?
Season 6.
Yeah, this is, you know, so we always refer back to previous episodes, but you kind of have to go back and look at them, or we just need to do it again. We need.
Yeah.
I'd like to revisit the Weasel
The
coffee.
Weasel coffee was delicious. We'd have to.
Well, this
order
is
it
what
from
I would like to
Cambodia.
do. Well, you can get it from Thailand and a bunch of different places. I'd like to get the 100% Kopi Luwak because we got a blend.
Yes.
It was mostly, but it was a blend.
Yeah.
So like the 100% is, you know,
Expensive.
it's a bit, it's a bit of a pretty penny, but it would be worth it. Yeah.
The stuff we drink was like $30 a bag, you know?
Yeah. No, this is like, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like
all
50,
coffee
60,
is supposed to be going up
it's
too,
gonna
but
be-
this is very good, very good. So I have another little factoid for you.
You're just full of
I-
factoids.
This is the
You know,
factoid episode.
It's just Instagram.
Why are
but
we calling
whatever.
it factoids?
I don't know. I thought that was a fun word.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It's just fun to say.
It is. Brain scans show childhood songs activate circuits that regulate your nervous system and calm your body. The effect mimics vagus nerve stimulation, slowing heart rate, deepening breath, and lowering stress signals. When you hear a familiar song from your childhood, it makes your brain light up in ways most music doesn't.
Musical yoga.
Right?
There you go. These areas help you feel safe, connected, and grounded. It helps track your heart rate, breathe, and gut feelings, breath, and nostalgic music activates it, syncing your inner world with what you're hearing. So I thought that was just, there's a lot more about that. I could keep reading all this.
Well, so here's the question now.
Yes.
What would be the childhood song?
I know. Well, and I didn't know, like, how far back are they wanting you to go? Like,
Childhood, right?
yeah, but I think of my childhood, and this was the first song. Do you want to know the first song that came into my head? You probably have never heard this song before. This is the song that came into my head. We ain't got
No cigarettes. That's why you don't hear
No,
it.
yeah, that's it.
fun. Here we go. Title.
King of the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There you go.
I've
That's
heard-
what
yeah,
came to mind. And see, now I have I'm going to like cry because
She's going back to childhood.
I am.
Yeah, that's
What
it.
have we
Back
done?
to the womb.
Right? Yeah.
And that
How old is
is
that song?
Roger Miller.
That's old.
That's from 19...
50-something.
No, actually, 65. He
Really?
won a Grammy at the 1965 ceremony. We didn't do it in 65. I know we sang that one. That was one of the ones that my family sang together, in case I haven't mentioned.
Yeah, the Stensgaard Singers.
Stensgaard Singers.
Yes, in New Jersey.
Yes, the six of us sang, and that was a really good one. of course, I could never snap. I don't know that we did the snaps. I don't remember snapping.
How could you not do the snap?
I don't know.
It's like a huge element of the
It's a big
song.
part of that.
But we
Yeah.
did the harmony. We probably did more harmony. But that was, my dad would play songs like that too in the house. I mean, he just always had music on.
Yeah.
It's different now because of devices and TV and phones, and we didn't have all that. He'd put a record on.
Well, life was a little slower pace back then.
Yeah.
You know, like in my house too, there was always music on.
Right.
You know.
And who was your mom's favorite?
Oh, probably Ray Charles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Dean Martin or, one of the crooners.
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
But what's your childhood song?
Oh, I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to think if it was Ray Charles or Dean Martin, you might be one of those songs.
There's a lot of them, though. You know. And
Well, that's what I mean. It just was like the first thought that came to my mind was this song.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't know why. I mean, maybe tomorrow it would be something else.
the Polish Prince.
The Polish Prince?
You don't know who the Polish
Not the polka Prince?
No,
It's,
I don't know. This is Bobby Vinton.
That
Yeah.
might be him.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Gus Polinski from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Polka, polka, polka. I don't know our famous song.
It was a simpler time.
Yes. Polka, polka. Yeah, I mean, Bobby Vinton. Or,
Blue Velvet. Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, she wore blue velvet.
Yeah.
Right,
there we go.
yeah.
Wum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Well, it makes you happy. I mean, I think that there's a lot to be said about some of that nostalgia. And, one thing that came to mind, too, is my dad played Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass a lot. Maybe not
Did
a
he
lot.
play that song about Camp Granada?
They do?
Hello, Mother.
That's them?
Hello. No, I'm just
Oh.
saying, did your dad ever
No,
play that?
no.
No?
I don't remember
You know
that.
that song?
I know that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Hello,
a-
mother. Hello, father. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny song. It's humorous.
Exactly.
Spike Jones? There's a Spike guy.
Okay.
So
Spike.
somebody with spikes.
That's Spike.
Something
Okay.
Spike.
Well, it's the same guy that does the Christmas song,
Yes,
on
that's-
the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Japanese transistor radio. That's what I know that
I'm
one
looking it up. Spike Jones.
from. Spike Jones.
It is. Yep. Spike Jones. He was specialized in spoof arrangements.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it. He was. I'm trying to think with my childhood because
Oh, yes. Your
my
childhood was eclectic.
It was very strange. Yeah. It was
Okay.
It was very strange. Well, because we didn't I didn't really listen to pop music until I was like 13, like 12 or 13.
That's probably true.
It's true. I didn't
Yes.
listen to Britney Spears and Backstreet
that's
Boys and all that
stuff,
stuff.
yeah.
That was all in the 90s.
That was pop.
We weren't listening to
You
any of
listened
that.
to the stuff we liked.
I was allowed to listen to Cool 107.
You were allowed when they let you out of jail.
Yes, that was it. You gave me a CD player, and it was like I could listen to my CDs, and you said you could listen to the radio, but you need to just listen to Cool 107. And so me and Caroline would listen to Cool 107 all the time. So the songs growing up were from the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
Music.
Yeah. But then you guys would play songs too. So like DeGarmo and Key, you were listening to DeGarmo and Key.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to them now.
Yeah,
Still.
and that was
They're a
stuff-
Christian band.
Yeah, that was stuff from my childhood.
Wow.
Some Keith Green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You liked Elvis. That was like the
Yeah,
first
He
CD.
went through a phase.
the
Oh,
first-
my
I
gosh.
think the first CD you bought.
It was the
saved
very
up your
first
money.
one.
Yes.
At Barnes and Noble. I remember.
go.
Yeah. The cover, he was wearing some kind of a red shirt on
Yeah.
the cover. I remember that. Yeah, that was it. Hound Dog. Well, Jailhouse Rock was my favorite. That was my absolute favorite song. And then Hound Dog was the other one. And then what's really funny is now that I grew up and I realized that he didn't write Hound Dog, and you hear Momma Thorpe sing it.
Oh.
Yeah. You hear her sing
Oh,
it?
yeah. It's different. It's very.
It's more soulful.
It is way better.
Better, yeah.
I mean, he's the king of rock and roll and all that stuff. I've been over this in other episodes. I love doing a lesson at school with the kids where we compare versions,
Yeah.
and we share them.
Yeah, that's good.
And talk about the differences and stuff like that. And everybody knows Elvis. They know his name. But,
Oh yeah.
They don't always really know his music though.
No.
So
Yeah.
like it just depends on the age, and especially like if they're like, oh yeah, my grandmother listens to him all the time. That's what you hear. It's not like they're listening to him, but I'll play his version of Hound Dog, and they listen to it, oh yeah, and they dance along. And then when you hear her version and she goes, you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah, it's like,
whoa, yeah. It's like, I think for sure Elvis was inspired by that,
Yeah. She emoted.
Well, the soul that she
yeah.
put into it, and I think that he had his expression, but it was different. It was just totally different. And you could talk about, whether it was, the two different lives. It was a woman versus a man, especially at that time, and she was a black woman, versus like white man, and that kind of thing. I wondered how much that had to do with that expression, going into that song, but he was absolutely inspired by people like her that were blues musicians, and he brought that influence into his music, but I think she was the original, so
it's a great
original
version of it, really great.
Yeah.
Well, and you really did grow up listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin, I would say.
Well, before that was the Motown phase.
Oh yeah.
When did the Motown phase end? I don't know what you
No, it didn't end.
Yeah, that was it. No, because see, that was all right. So now you got me going, because this was again. It was getting that CD player. You gave me that little CD player, because then I started buying CDs of my own, and so Elvis was one of the first ones. But one of the I didn't buy it. Okay, technically, and I probably still have it.
Okay.
Technically, it was your CD.
So you ripped off my CD. Huh?
I did.
I was wondering where that was.
I stole your Temptations CD. You had like a definitive Temptations collection.
Yeah.
And it was all in that CD. And what's funny about
I think I bought it was like a set of
No, you did buy me that. That's different. That was
Okay.
because it was the Temptations, the Four Tops, the Platters, and the Drifters.
Oh, okay.
You bought that for me for my birthday.
Yes.
No, this was the first time I really listened to the Temptations. Was this CD, and I mean I could go down. I could tell you number 1, number 2, number 3. Like I could tell you the listings, right? And I used to sing every single song on the album, and the album itself it went chronologically. So like the first song was the way you do the things you do, the way you do, and then it would just go on. And then at some point in their history, when Dennis Edwards joined, and that's when they did that I can turn the gray skies blue, right? And I used to be in my bedroom, and I would sing all the parts.
Oh.
And I would try to change my voice.
Yeah.
To sound so I would so Dennis Edwards, I go, I would turn the gray sky blue, and then the bass, I would make it rain, whatever I wanted to, I can turn it up from a single grain of sand. And I would go.
We just fuzzed out everybody's.
I know. But that's why to this day, like we were in the store. You remember that? And the Papa Was a Rolling Stone comes on. Where that intro is like 3 minutes long, right?
And we're really unaware that there's other people that are in the store.
Oh yeah, no, that's the song's on. It's on, right? So yeah, and we're sitting there, and she was talking or something, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, there's the and I'm like, okay, and then you hear the strings, bing, 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 and she's like, well, maybe we should get some dog food, and I go, it was the 3rd of September, and I'm like,
lost in a cloud.
it just came right on. I'm like, see, I knew it. I knew when he was gonna come in. Yeah, that's it. So there you go, Temptations. Yeah, that was like my childhood, which is funny to me because that
was great. And then you recorded that Stevie Wonder song.
You made a CD.
Yeah.
Well, that was the Temptations. That was because it was.
It was the Temptations.
Pistol plays on it because he has that fill at the beginning. I know you want.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to pull that out and play that on the podcast, Little Josh.
So. Singing. We could put it. We could put it in. We could put it at the end of the episode.
Oh, that would be good. With just a little clip.
Yeah, there you go.
Just a little taste.
Maybe I'll just put it in right here.
There you go.
But I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me.
It was before your voice changed.
Yes. Yeah.
It was adorable.
Oh, it was so funny because you used it when was it 30? That was 30, right? When I turned 30?
Maybe. Yeah, 30.
At school.
I made a slideshow, and I put that as the music of the slideshow.
And then they put it on the school news, so the closed
all the
circuit
kids
news.
are going, who's that singer?
I know.
Who's singing that?
Well, that was what was so funny is so I didn't know what was going to happen, and I run the news studio, so it really was a surprise because I didn't know. They were like, "You got to go over to the podium, like we're live," and they're like, "You got to go over to the podium right now," and I was like, "What?" And so I went over to the podium, and that I didn't know, but they were getting the video ready, and then. Miss Moore like pulls me on and she starts talking and then she's like, and today is Mr. Kaye's birthday, and everybody cheers and stuff, and then she's like, and we got a special surprise, and then they cut to the video. She says, okay, Mr. Kaye, come over here, you gotta watch this. And so I'm watching
back
it,
and there's tears coming.
Oh yeah. But I'm watching it, and like the minute it started, I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I recognize that voice. Like, and then I just like I screamed out, oh my God, that's me! And they're like, yeah, of course it's you. And I'm like, no, the music, that's me singing.
Yeah.
I was like 9. I was like,
that was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
It was very fun. Yeah.
That was cool.
That was good. That was a good 30th birthday.
Because that was in the mall. They had that recording booth set up. Yeah. You could do like karaoke in the mall. That was cool.
Yeah, they must have been, because they were only there for a short window of time.
Yeah, they're probably running from the law.
Yeah, I know. The copyright had to have gotten.
I don't know. They were like,
I don't know
you
how
have
they
to
got
sign
it.
this and say you're not going to make money on this, and it was like, okay.
Yeah,
but
cool,
then they
fine,
still let
right.
us record. So
Yeah, those were fun.
I did it was fun.
Whitney Houston.
I did that one. That was the best one, and then I did a
Linda Ronstadt.
Linda
You're no
Ronstadt.
good, you're no
Yeah,
good.
and I did a Gladys Knight.
Oh, that was a good one
Georgia.
too. Yeah, that was a good one.
I love that.
That
My favorite was Whitney Houston.
Yes, that was probably the best
will
one.
The musicianship in that is pretty awesome too, and that really just bolsters the singing.
Yeah.
Well, and see, it's the opposite with that one compared to Hound Dog. Like we talk about how Hound Dog, the original, and then Elvis did it, and that became the famous one. But the original was better. To me, this is the opposite. I mean, Dolly Parton wrote the song.
I will always love it.
And recorded
About
it
her manager.
About her manager because she was leaving her manager, right? And and she sang it, and it was emotional, and had the feel and all that stuff. But then when Whitney got a hold of it,
it just
she took it
up
to another level,
to a whole nother level. And that's where Dolly had to just go, "Yep,
you go, girl.
You got it. Yeah, it's your song now. Yeah. So that's always funny to me. Like I've heard people bring that up before. Like what's a cover of a song that's better than the original? And I'm like, I don't know if you can. That one is like at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be.
So are we going to stop? Are we taking
a break? We can take a break.
Okay, well that's fine.
Yeah. We'll take a break. You got more for us.
I have another one song I was going to see if
all right,
you
we'll
knew
see you on
what
the
it
other
was.
side of the break then. All right.
Ron Kaye's music instruction has been trusted by thousands in Pensacola to learn, play, and love music. Our strong passion for teaching music provides expert knowledge and guidance which helps you succeed and have fun with your music lessons. Whether it's a bucket list dream or a desire to enhance your child's life, our music lessons are the answer. Call 850-453-9966 now. Realize your musical dreams. Visit musiclessonspensacola.com today.
All right, we're back.
We're back. So now I have peach tea.
Yeah, it's green peach tea.
Yes, okay.
Iced peach tea.
It's very light.
It
Coffee's
is.
better.
Coffee.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I like it better.
But I think it's neat because we all wore the same shirt today. We didn't
Yeah.
even
Plan it.
Didn't even plan it. I like this one the best. Actually, this is my favorite.
Well, this
the
is-
logo that all the professionals say is
It's
not
not
a
busy.
logo.
Yeah.
Because it's too big.
I
Yeah.
love it because it kind of shows everything. I mean, we don't have like trumpets and flutes on.
But this
there
is
and
like
stuff,
this is
but
like the original. Like
It's-
you,
yeah.
you did that
Yep.
like a long time ago, didn't you?
long
when it
time
first
ago.
started.
I think
Yeah.
it's great. We left you hanging. This song came on the radio the other day, and I didn't know the name of it, and I don't think you knew the name of it.
Well, let's hear it.
Let's
All right,
see.
you got to play like 20 seconds.
I know. Here we go. This is the beginning of it. Oh well, it's a video. He's putting money.
Thriller.
No,
No,
it's not.
oh, okay.
No. I should have had it queued up a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
Cherry Bomb.
I wanted
That's
to
when
know
the snow was.
who's it by.
Groovin' was groovin'. Lovin' Spoonful.
No.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yes.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Okay.
Okay, say it again.
John Cougar Mellencamp. I don't know the name
And
of
the
the
name
song.
of the song is?
Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of the song.
Why is it called Cherry?
Because it's the name of the club he's singing about.
Oh,
Club
okay.
Cherry Bomb.
Okay.
And it comes in the song. He says it.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not at the beginning.
It's in the chorus.
Because Dad was singing it in the car, and he's like, "Is the name of it when?" And he's like, "No,"
No.
and he kept singing.
Yeah.
Yes, Cherry Bomb, John. They only wrote John Mellencamp. Why do we call him John?
He
Cougar
dropped the
Mellencamp?
cougar from his name,
Oh, okay.
but then it like came back and they dropped.
He
like,
couldn't
the
get rid of
Mellencamp.
it.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But so one of our favorite drummers that we met, nice guy, really awesome drummer.
Awesome guy.
Awesome guy was Kenny Aarnoff,
Yeah.
and he played for John Mellencamp, and he just
Yeah.
plays with
Thousand
so
others.
Yeah. I was
Yes,
like,
a
I was
lot
just
of
gonna
people.
say, like, played with everyone.
But he
Does
plays
the
with so
Kennedy
much
Center
passion.
honors and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, anytime they need a drummer, man, it's him.
Yeah, he's in there.
He
He's
flies
awesome.
all over the world playing
Yes.
the drums for people.
I was talking about him to a student not too long ago because I was saying that he was one of the first drummers that I remembered talking about the importance of being fit when you're playing the drums.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
Like
fit.
he had
Yeah.
exercises.
You
and
get
stuff.
1,000 sit-ups a day or
Yeah.
something, 1,000
Yeah.
push-ups
Yeah,
a day.
and he would do the free weights and like this,
Yeah.
and like all that, and he had stretches and stuff, and but it was like it made sense because it's very physical, especially the way that he plays. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
his is like a full body workout,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was at that Simon Phillips drum clinic.
Yeah, that was the Nashville Progressive
He
Arts
came
Society.
in and sat next to me.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
That was
wait a
pretty
minute.
cool. Well, we had met him earlier in the day. We ran into him. He was at the Sabian booth
In there.
playing on the cymbals, like testing the cymbals out.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
when we took a picture with him.
Oh yeah.
And then it was like then he stopped. That was what was cool. Is like he was talking with somebody and he
Yeah.
like stopped his conversation just to meet with us and took a picture
Oh,
with me and
Made you feel so special.
oh yeah
Yeah. You were little.
yeah, well, and I think what was funny is I look back on it and I think that he probably thought it was cool that I knew who he was, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like 7.
And a passionate drummer.
Yeah, and I was just like so excited. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's Kenny Aarnoff because I'd seen his videos and stuff, and and so that was cool. And then when we went to the Simon Phillips thing, then he came and sat with us, and
He was just so
cool.
super nice. I mean, and you're so funny because I remember you were little, like you said, you were like 7.
Yeah.
Maybe 8, 7 or 8. It doesn't. But you talk to these adults
Yeah.
like you were peers. I mean, it was like, it
Right.
was so
When
funny.
I go back on the road.
Yeah,
I
I know, right? That's it.
know.
That's
And
it.
you would ask them like intelligent questions, like
Yeah.
thought-provoking questions, and that got them, talking
yeah,
to you.
yeah,
And it was a very good experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
that's cool. So what brought that on? What was
It was on the song was on the radio. That's all.
Oh, okay.
And we were talking about songs. We always kind of go, "Do you think Josh would know this song?"
Yeah.
I don't think.
We're
I
always
think we
looking
could-
to stump
I
you.
think we
Oh,
could
okay.
stump him.
Humiliate you on
Oh, great,
podcast.
great.
Yes.
That's it.
Well,
yeah.
he thinks I don't know any current songs, so he keeps going, "Oh yeah, you do." I'm
You
like,
do.
"No."
You know Taylor Swift.
There we go.
I only know a couple of
You
her
know
songs.
a bunch of Taylor Swift.
No, you'd be
stuff.
surprised. It's funny because
I would
think,
know it was her. I don't know if I'd know the name
I sat
of
there
the
and
song.
think like, oh man, I don't really know a lot of Taylor Swift songs, and then I'm like, I always get surprised because I'm like, no, I do. Like she's just
Yeah.
kind of infected everyone.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a girl on YouTube that was talking about the key ingredients of Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah,
music
and she
writing.
was spot on.
She
Yes,
was
she is
incredibly
it is
yeah.
very, very
It's
talented.
like, oh, and then you go up a fourth,
Yeah.
and then you sing real loud. Then the next time you
Then
sing
you
real
sing
soft,
really fast. Then you let it lie.
and then you talk.
Yeah,
You know,
almost raps.
barely. I think her name was Christene.
yeah.
Christene Kaye, Kaye. Like
Oh, like
Like us.
us.
Yeah.
Ah, how about that? Oh, that's funny.
no relation.
I know.
She was very good, though. It was.
But she
really-
nailed it.
awesome.
She nailed
She
it
did
spot
nail
on.
it.
Well, and this is my thing is like for Taylor Swift, like giving her credit. She's definitely done a lot. This last album, and even the one before that. People I've talked to that are Swift fans have agreed with me.
She's a formula person.
Well, this is what I think is happening, and some of it I think is it's not necessarily her fault. It's the world that we're living in, the world of Spotify and YouTube and streaming, where we're not listening to albums anymore. We're listening to singles, and the singles get snipped and put in TikToks and all this stuff. And so what I feel like a lot of current artists are doing is they're doing the shotgun method. I'm gonna fire out 12 songs that pretty much sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
One of
change
them's gonna stick.
one of them's gonna stick. That's it. And if that one sticks, I'm in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Don't listen to the album. Just listen to that one. That's gonna make me all the money, and that's the one I'm gonna perform on all my tours. And
Well, the thing about Taylor Swift, and all the things that Christene brought out, the technique and the method and all that, were like pretty phenomenal. Cause
yeah.
the changes were incredible. It was blowing my mind. Like, holy crap, man! I never noticed that.
Yeah.
When she started singing that song, it was like, oh yeah, man. She's got it dead to rights. But you got to give Taylor Swift credit, man.
Yeah.
That's some pretty cool stuff.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
if she is gonna kind of, mechanize it and
Right.
But that's part of what we just said before. People like to. There's a comfort in knowing, even though you might not be listening to her song and thinking, oh, what that Christene said, that this is happening next, but you expect it.
Right.
The next thing that's coming is expected, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
Well,
I
and
like
I
that
can
feeling.
I can absolutely relate to that because Switchfoot is one of my favorite bands,
Yeah.
right? Like, just across the board, one of my favorite bands. I love listening to their music. And what's really funny to me is when we get to the end of the year, they always do those like look backs at the year, like who were your top bands and your top artists. And I'm listening to so much
A lot
music,
of
like,
music.
and it's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
different stuff. And I'm trying to kind of stay up with, the new stuff and everything too. And, and there's some new stuff I really like. And so it's on a regular rotation and whatnot. And every single year, Switchfoot is in like the top 3, like every single that Switchfoot and Led Zeppelin, which is really funny to me.
It's kind of like very
but not
different.
really, because John Foreman talks all the time about how Led Zeppelin inspired him growing up, and that was a lot of his songs are inspired by Led Zeppelin. So the thing about it is, I remember starting to listen to them. It was probably like their 3rd, 4th album, and like the new albums would come out and we'd listen to them in the car, and you and Dad, you would both say the same thing. Oh, every song sounds the same.
I kind of
Who are you
feel
talking about?
Switchfoot.
Switchfoot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
He's from that generation of doing worship songs in church.
Yeah.
Where it's all formula.
Yeah, but it's not though. That's what drives me
Oh,
nuts. Yeah, because
You go to any Pentecostal church,
Yes.
any church that does modern day music,
Yes,
they
yes.
got a worship team with drums, guitar,
Right.
bass, and all that. It all sounds the same.
yes, I understand that, and there's elements of that, but that's where
I have an aversion to that because
Yeah.
when you listen to it, a lot of times it's like just shut your brain off
Yeah.
and let it go into this place, and you're going to be supposedly worshiping God, but
it's kind of mind-numbing.
it is mind-numbing, and
It's repetitive.
I get uncomfortable with that.
And me too.
Anytime people are telling you to shut your mind off, well, there's trouble, man.
Yeah, but me too, and it's the same thing for me. But that's what I'm saying is like they're not like that, and there's some elements of that in some of their earlier stuff, but they really break out of that in a lot of their music, a lot of their songs, especially some of the albums that I really like. What I think you hear is that there is somewhat of a similar style to the way that he sings, the way that John sings, the way that, the drums and the keyboards, like, Jerome on the keyboard is creating there's like an aesthetic to it, and so like similar to how Taylor Swift kind of has her formula of doing stuff.
Right.
Switchfoot does the same thing. There is something about that I like, and I think that it is, there's what you're going to get. If I go to listen to Switchfoot, I know what I'm going to hear, right? And when he comes out with the new album, it's new for sure, and there's things that they're doing that they didn't do on the last album, but there is a similar...
Because there's a fan base, and they're going to write to their fan base.
Right.
They want people to buy their music.
Yeah.
Or they're stuck in that pattern, and that's just them. That's what
I
they
don't
do.
know. I think a lot of it sounds the same too. Sorry, but it's the same.
You haven't listened to it enough.
But I think about
You haven't turned your mind off. Just go with it.
There's most groups though. You could say that. I love Hall & Oates, and I listened to them all through my life, but mostly all in high school, and they had some early stuff that was like kind of bluegrass and country sounding almost, and then in the 80s they started doing just that 80s kind of pop, and so yes, there was a change, but that 80s pop sound, like you could spot Hall & Oates like that, it sounds the same. And I didn't really like them as much once they hit that, because they were all sounding. Well, I know.
Everybody has their own taste. That's fine.
Yes, they do.
It is what it is. If it's formula, it's formula. You know?
And it works for a lot of,
Led Zeppelin, they didn't have a formula.
That's the one I was just thinking
Everything
of too.
was completely different.
You listen to every album, it's different.
Yeah.
Like there's, the one that's the biggest is that In Through the Outdoor.
Yeah.
Like that sounds, the middle of Fool in the Rain, it's a Brazilian samba.
Yeah.
And then what was the one they had? It's like a bluegrass song. It's the next one on that track. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know the name of it offhand, but I know what you're talking about.
Hot Dog.
Yeah.
So every album was different. Now, there's definitely signature things. The drums, the sound of the drums, right?
That's what made them famous.
Absolutely.
Why monkey with that? Man?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and Jimmy Page or
Robert Plant,
vocals. That's it. And so those are the things. I don't think that's formula.
No,
but it's
not
definitely
by any means.
It's definitely their brand,
signature,
right? Yeah, their signature.
There's
style.
a difference between brand and formula.
Okay.
Like when Taylor Swift sits down to write songs, she's thinking, okay, this is what I'm going to do. For the first verse, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
For the chorus, I'm going to do
has
this.
Form, has structure.
And that's what that girl was pointing out in that very excellent video on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's not like Peter Frampton using the talk box all the time.
No.
That would be brand, right?
God bless Peter Frampton. That's the only song he's ever going to have. And they play, hey, there's Peter Frampton. Wow, wonder what song he's going to do. He was on that Stephen Colbert, and I was like, wow, woo, Peter Frampton.
He still did good. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, he did good.
It was good.
Yeah.
He wasn't even a singer. They yanked him out and made him sing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he did good. He still got it.
The hair. It's just all the girls thought he was handsome. I wasn't a big Peter Frampton fan, but he had the big hair and tight jeans and all that stuff. Growing up.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Well, we haven't talked about the Browns.
So
it's off season.
This is the crazy season. This is when it's all speculation. Nobody knows anything that's going on. players are getting in trouble and stuff, and it's like
Not the Browns.
yeah, that
players.
Ashton Gentry, not Ashton Gentry, the Judkins, the running back. Yeah, he
He's
got
in
Shedour.
trouble.
Yeah, he should. Well, yeah, should. So Shedour with the speeding tickets, you know. I heard somebody say that, like in Texas, like speed limit doesn't apply. Like people go.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They're going 100 miles an hour.
that's
Or
what
New
they were
Jersey
saying.
either, for that
That's what
matter.
they
Oh
were
my
saying.
God.
So they were like, you know, he might not have even really thought because he was just driving like he normally does, you know. And it's like in Ohio, you can't.
But when
do
you
that.
get the ticket, you're aware.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
now you're aware.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
do it
He
again.
got 2, so
Yes.
that was
Thank
Within
you.
a week.
Yeah. He didn't piece that
Well,
together.
so far we still like Shedour, just be,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
but the big
he's a
talk
kid, he's
is that
gotta
we
learn.
have 4 quarterbacks. We actually have 5 quarterbacks.
we needed 4 quarterbacks last year.
But that's
Did we
kind of
not?
that's the thing. That's what I'm kind of. All these people say, "Oh, you can't go into the season with 4 quarterbacks on your roster." And I'm like, "No, I think we can.
Yeah.
I think we can because we ran through all of them."
Yes. So Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson is still on the table.
Yeah, so
even though-
technically we'd have 5
Yes,
on the roster.
nobody's really talking
They're
about
not
it.
even counting them.
Every now and then.
4 quarterbacks and this other guy.
Yeah.
Stefanski, who remolded the whole Browns offense to fit Watson.
I'm like, why are you staring at me?
Because
Deshaun
look, this
Watson.
is a running line that has been going on since they signed him. That we can't get his name. It's either Watson or Watkins. And Dad always said, "I'll call him the right name when he starts winning football games," and he never
Never
did.
happened, so here we are.
So we never get the right name.
Yes, and so we were naming off that we stopped. So we have him, Deshaun W.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've got Kenny Pickett, we've got Shedour Sanders, we've got Dillan Gabriel, who
and
is our,
Joe Flacco.
and then we got Joe Flacco. Now, we like Joe Flacco,
Yeah.
and we like Shedour, and Gabriel seems like a nice fella. He's a short left-handed
He's a
guy.
left-handed guy, and
Yeah.
he can't see over the line.
I know.
He's very
How the hell is that going to work?
Yeah.
But they
All
have-
the linemen are going to count to 2 and then duck down?
Right,
You know, what are you talking
I know,
about, man?
I know. Everybody stay low. Now it's hard because I think Drew Brees is the exception, not the rule, and they all like to point to him and be like, "Well, Drew Brees was an amazing quarterback."
Was he
And
short?
so- yeah, he
Yes.
was like 6 foot. So
This guy's
Yeah.
under
He-
6
he's
foot.
under 6
Yes.
foot. He's 5'10".
I remember they were
Yeah.
getting all over Baker.
Yeah, because
he
Baker
can't
was
do
6
shit
foot.
because he's
Yeah.
so small, and he's
Yeah.
like 6. What is he, 6'2" or something?
He's 6 foot.
All right.
Yeah.
But
We'll
you know
have
they
to
were
look
like
it up.
pooing on him because he was so small, and
Yeah.
this is why he can't do crap.
The only people, let's just be real here, the only people that are hyping him up is Mary Kay Cabot, okay?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. No, there's
Well,
not,
who did
oh,
you
they
hear
are
talking
hyping him
about?
up.
It was on that same Cleveland.
They're not going to say anything bad. Like,
No, I wouldn't want him to say bad.
Right.
But let's be realistic.
I know, but that's the thing is like Andrew Berry and Stefanski, all they're going to do is talk about how good their guys are, and that's all they've done. But the only person that's saying that, like, oh, he's going to be the future of the Browns
Is
and
Mary
stuff,
Kay.
has been Mary Kay. But not even that. Mary Kay is saying that she thinks Kenny Pickett is going to start this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
And I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're like, well, they went out and got him. The only reason why they got him is because they had nobody else.
They got him for, well, they had Deshaun,
Yeah, it was
and they got him, and then
Yeah.
they
Mary Kay Cabot.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
there you go.
So no, they had nobody else. They had Deshaun who was injured, and they had gotten rid of DTR, and
Yeah.
everybody's contracts had expired. They had no one.
Yeah.
So when Kenny Pickett came available, this is a guy that is.
It was a safety net.
It was a safety net. He
Yeah.
has history as a starter. Let's at least get him on a 1-year deal, and they're only paying him like $1 million. Like it's a very cheap deal for 1 year. So they got him. And then Joe said, "I want to go."
Yeah.
And so then they signed Joe, and they're paying Joe more.
More.
Okay. And Joe knows.
Joe is tall. He's
and
like
he's
6'5".
tall, and all the
Experience.
all the
Experience,
veterans that are
yeah.
there have been talking and saying that they want him to start and stuff. So everybody loves Joe. And then we go through the draft and we recapped in the previous episode what happened there. So go and listen. But
I forgot we talked about
But that's it. So I don't think that they were expecting to get both Dillan and Shedour, and now they've got him. So to me, I'm like, yeah, those guys need to battle it out.
Yeah.
And it would make sense that if we're going to start the season with Joe, and then we have one of those guys waiting in the wings, that, you know, maybe this year or maybe next year they end up taking over. But this Kenny Pickett being the starter and beating everybody out, I don't know what you're smoking. Like, it's not going to happen. So, you know.
I think in the preseason games, I wouldn't be surprised if Kenny Pickett plays in the preseason games.
I don't know.
But I think Joe will be our starter.
Yeah.
And then I think that Shedour will be the backup.
Right.
And then they're going to put one of those guys, either Kenny Pickett or Dillan, on the practice squad.
Yeah, but here's the thing. In order to get on the practice squad, you have to cut him from the team and hope nobody signs him.
Right.
And that's why I don't think they're cutting Shedour, and I don't think they're cutting Dillan.
No, so I think it would be Kenny.
It would have to be Pickett.
Well, let me bring up fantasy football, because we were talking about last year and the year before when we drafted. It was in August.
Who won last year?
I don't know. Who won, dear? It wasn't me. So we may have, if you're interested in playing, we may have some openings. I don't know if everybody is going to be on board for next year for the Ron Kaye.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
And we're probably going to draft. We talked about like August 17th, I think was the date that we were coming up with. So we'll look at that. Me and my little notebook, I haven't even started. I know.
I have already. I got a notes app. I've been going through. I'm doing strategies.
No, in my mind, but I have to write it down. So then I have, if I don't get
use
what I want.
a notebook or have any strategies. Just nailed it.
Yeah, okay.
2 years.
I was so happy because I got Mahomes last year, and it was terrible.
Yeah, like, how's he going to do this year, man? Like, you know, I would think he's fired up wanting to get out of the doghouse.
Yeah.
But, you know, he might just fizzle, and Kansas City be like, "That's it, they're done. It's the end of an era."
I wouldn't.
No, I don't
think he would
count
do
him
that.
out.
Yeah,
not on purpose, but just in reality.
Yeah, but he's still got his line. He's still got his receivers. I mean, I don't know. I think
he's got Kelsey as long as Taylor's not on his mind.
Yeah, well, but you know, he might be all right.
The speculation time is crazy. Everybody has an opinion, and then we just wait and see.
That's it.
And we're already looking forward to football season. It's going to be here before you know it.
Yeah, that's it.
And, you know, every preseason, I just have to turn my hopes off.
I used to never watch the preseason.
Yes, we used to never watch the preseason.
It's not worth anything. It doesn't mean crap.
Yes.
And the coaches don't.
They're not really
win.
trying. Yeah, it's not really. They don't want anybody to get hurt. So it's like, you know,
Okay.
All right, well, let's wrap it up there. Thank you guys for listening, for watching us. This has been Coffee with the Kayes. We're the Kayes. We work at Ron Kaye's Music Instruction, if you didn't know that, where we teach music lessons. We could get you guys going on your musical journey today. So you can go to the website, musiclessonspensacola.com. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, share it with people, and let us know what you'd like to hear on future episodes. And I think that's it. We will see you guys next time on Coffee with the Kayes.